one of the younger boxers in the competition. "17 today, Raul CURIEL. And he'll be hoping it's a happy birthday against Venezuela's Luis Torres. There's his record. Big win against Edward Cheeseman, wide margin that, 27 points to 16. A national Olympiad bronze medalist, Luis Torres, 18 years old. He's actually 19 on the 2nd of January, so the age gap between these two is about as big as it could get, to be honest. Had a walkover in the opening round, which is always welcome. Beat Slovakia's Michał Zatorski 14-7. He's a youth national champion. All boxers who compete in the AIBA Youth World Championships have to be born in 1994 or 1995. So the vast majority of them are 17 when they arrive at this competition. Not all of them though, obviously CURIEL wasn't. Wouter Djokic of the Netherlands, who got knocked out of the quarter-final stage, doesn't turn 17 until the 27th of December. So there is that advantage in age here for Torres, but they both look to be very similar kind of builds. They are, of course, in the same weight category, but that doesn't always mean that they are exactly the same size. Backpedaling there, Torres with a right hand. Stepping out the jab with the left as well. And then backpedaling. CURIEL, the only Mexican to make it through to the semi-final stages. There were high hopes for champion Diego de la Hoya at bantamweight. Hasn't worked out for him this time around. And Torres, the only Venezuelan. Good combination put together by CURIEL. If anything, just slightly taller than Torres. Misses with a rather wild left hand. Nice right hand there that time though from CURIEL. He's looking to work to the body, start off with the body and then throw hooks left and right. They've had all day yesterday to think about this contest and how they're going to approach it. And the first round is always so very, very crucial as we tick down to the end of it now. Any kind of a lead surrendered can be very difficult to get back. And it's absolutely level, 4-4. Well, 3 4s in each of the scorecards, and they'll have been the 3 scores taken. The 3 scores selected. I've been talking about the scoring system. It is actually changing next year. 5 judges scoring out of 10, more in line with the professional system. The winner will get 10 points, the loser of the round will get 9. There will be an extra point for a knockdown, so if you lose a round and on knockdown, then it'll be a 10-8 round. is the terminology, and 3 of those 5 scorecards will be randomly selected at the end of each round. So this scoring system not in place for all that much longer. The new one will be in play for the Amateur World Championships in Kazakhstan next October, I'm told. Well, again, this is something you often see. If there's too much moisture, too much water on the head guard, on the face, on the chest, then the referee will get the fighter towel down before the start of the round. Good evasive work there from Torres, just swaying out of the way of the left hand. Being pushed around, a touch there by Curiel, but not to any great effect. And that was a nice left hand straight down the middle. Flick out that southpaw jab there. Torres holds his hands a little bit low, backs off the distance. That low hands is quite an unusual sight in amateur boxing. But he really only does it when he feels at least that he's out of range. Trusts his reflexes to keep him safe, as you can see there. But then at close quarters, when he knows that the punches can land, he gets that guard up tight and high. Piles in a punch to the body, Torres. Volume of punches being thrown by both fighters is impressive. There's been non-stop action really since the start of the first round. And it's impressive stuff in this second round from the blue corner from Torres of Venezuela. His style is, well, you would say in a way, more of a professional style. As I mentioned, that low-slung guard at times. Does trust those reflexes to keep him clear. Puts together a number of punches and stays on the inside. Stays where he is for quite a long time sometimes. He was caught by one there, maybe a couple. Does hold his feet a bit more than you're used to seeing from amateur boxers. Well, it was 4 apiece in the first round. And what have we got at the end of the second? Well, it's 5 apiece this time, so 9-9, and this is really as tight as it gets so far, and it's not because it's been cagey either. They've both been throwing plenty of punches, some fairly varying score lines there for Raul CURIEL, all very consistent for the Venezuelan Luis Torres. A 10 and a 9 in there for CURIEL, a 6, a 4 and a 6, so it's the 6, a 4 and a 6 that will have been used. 4 5s and a 4 for Torres, so I'm sure you can work that one out. And with his style, Torres, he will get caught. But it is a good style to watch, that's for sure. And it'll be interesting to see how both of these two approach it. You wouldn't exactly say either has been overcautious so far, and they'll know that they are level going into the final round. It may cause them to be a little bit more cautious, although it doesn't look like it so far. And just a slight problem with the head guard there, with Raul CURIEL. Just needs to get tightened at the back slightly, alerting the referee's attention to it, that it come just a little bit loose. Safety, of course, of the fighters is paramount at all times. Referee ordering the fighters to break and just having a little word in the ear of Torres, who was hanging on a little bit in there. And they may now both be beginning to feel the pace. And that was a nice left hand from Torres that just snapped the head back of CURIEL a little bit as he tried to move in behind his own right. I'm not even going to try and pick this. Nothing to split them in the first couple of rounds. Bending at the waist too much there, Torres. And that was what the referee was telling him. Again, a great slip with those hands low, just using his feet to get out of the way. And a nice right uppercut as well from the man in blue. And that may well have scored a flurry of punches in there as well. And I think one of those might have got through. Oh, but he was caught there. That was a nice right hand from CURIEL. Draws some applause from the crowd, and they're both really piling it on in the final seconds. There's still 35, 36 seconds remaining. Might not sound like long, but if you're in there, it is. And this could be absolutely crucial. Whoever wins these final exchanges could win the fight, and they both know it. They both know how tight it was going into the final round. They both know that the chance to fight for gold is on the line here. They're both guaranteed a bronze, but neither wants a bronze. Neither wants to settle for a bronze. Not when they can come back tomorrow and go for the ultimate prize. Well, that was a really absorbing contest, and both of them raised their hands in celebration at the end, but I really couldn't tell you who's won that. We're just going to have to wait for the decision. There was a bit of joy from the corner of Luis Torres as well of Venezuela. They feel that their man has got it, but they can't be 100% sure. Raul CURIEL, turning 17 today, put in a really good performance there against a boxer who is not far away from being 2 years older than him.
The winner is in the red corner.
And it's gone to CURIEL, and the Venezuelans can't quite believe it in their corner. They can't quite believe it, but good sportsmanship. The two embrace in the ring, and CURIEL has done it 15-13, so he took that final round 6-4. Well, that is a tremendous effort from the young man. And he will come back tomorrow and box for a Youth World Boxing Championship gold medal against one of these next two fighters who we're going to see in a second. But just some action from what was a pulsating final round. And Torres thought he got it. He really thought he